Name's Daniel Wineland, aka Rave Jesus. So I got the nickname Rave Jesus quite some time ago. It was because I used to have really long hair, like probably down to here, and then just kind of like raver kid, looked like what you would expect Jesus to look like if he raved. I'd always wear this rubber print vest. I would have sunglasses, crazy different hats and visors, and candy all the way up my arms. Definitely say that a lot of people, some people still know me by Rave Jesus, and will call me that. But before, when I had my long hair, everyone knew me by Rave Jesus. Like, kind of a big deal, or almost like a kind of mini Austin icon in the rave community. Snazzy vest. One of my friends actually gave this to me. Their grandma gave it to them, and said that she was never going to wear it. Knew that I would, because I was Rave Jesus. So this is pretty much the vest that I would wear to every show. Classy looking.
Ow, ow!
Yeah.
Give us a spin.
Woo! There it is. Cowgirl Tough Company. That's how Rave Jesus rolls. Before, when I started, it used to be probably around 4 to 5 shows a week, if not even more. So I don't even know. I think the first year that I started doing everything, I probably went to over 200 shows that first year. Now I probably go to around 70, I would say would be a close number of the amount of shows I get to go to. But now I'm actually the director of social media and brand ambassador operations for Disco Donnie. So I handle all their social media, all their national accounts, all their festival brand ambassadors. I have probably close to 300 people that report directly to me, and work with about 23 partners in our different states. So that was a really cool coming up from just being a street team promoter and then being in the scene for about 5 years, and this actually finally happened a couple months ago. Just go, I enjoy the show, I dance the night away for 3 to 4 hours and just have a great time with my friends, speaking in just like comments of, oh my god, this is awesome, like, but that's like pretty much my conversations at the show. I'll exchange 12 words to someone and hang out with them for 4 hours. And candy. So candy is like one of the most important things kind of in the rave culture. Not really one of the most important things, but it's like a pretty big part of it. You have huge ones like this. I don't normally wear these because they're kind of heavy, as you can imagine. This is one of the first cups that I made. It's kind of coming apart. This one I made before Tomorrow World, and it took me, I want to say like 9 hours to make, maybe longer than that. I don't know, way too long. So these are like big things too that people will make. They're called perlers. When you trade candy, you go through the Raver's Anthem, which is peace. So you'll both put up a peace sign, and so peace, and then you do love, which is a heart. So y'all both make a heart, and then unity, your hands clasped together, and then respect. And that's the point where you take your piece of candy and trade it over to the other person, and then they take a piece of candy and trade it to you. And then you normally hug, you say what your names are if you haven't already exchanged names, and then you remember the person forever. That's pretty much how it is. I have a whole box full of stories here, tons and tons of memories of very specific times. Probably the most important piece of candy, though, that I have is this one right here. And this one says peace, and it has an elephant on it. And this one I wear to every show. I wear this one to every show, pretty much no matter what, unless for some reason I just like wasn't leaving from my house. And the reason is this candy belonged to my friend, one of my best friends, Jimmy. and he passed away. To do that, I've definitely taken my fair share of things at shows, and it's fun. You know, the bass is amazing when all your senses are heightened. The colors are more amazing, and a little more fantastic. But I mean, I personally haven't done anything, taken any drugs or even drank in the last 2.5 years, and I still go to shows, you know, 2 times, 3 times a week. So it's not about that for me. I'll go to shows with friends too that don't do anything, and they have just as good of a time, even though sometimes I would say people have a better time when they're not on anything. And I don't think the culture is really around that. It's just something that people happen to do. I guess the biggest thing that I've taken away, I don't know, is just kind of how everyone is to each other. Everyone is really friendly. You know, a lot of people will say that's because of the drugs, that's because of the whatever, but it's really just being around the music and being around those people. Those people are all there to have a good time, and all because of one thing. Everyone really likes the music, and it just lets you be yourself. You can go to one of the raves or a show or an event and just kind of dance the night away, not really care what people think. No one's going to judge you. Everyone's going to be just friendly as they can be, and just really make sure that you're having a good time. Everyone really watches out for each other, whether they're bringing you a water bottle or making sure you find your friends or letting you hang out with them because you've lost your friends, or, you know, pretty much anything, or just giving you a hug if you need one. I think if I were to take away something, that's how we should treat people in everyday life.